Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Phoenix Sim Sport. And we are racing at Road America tonight for the penultimate round of MX5 Cup on a total course in season 16. Before qualifying starts, let's look at the current championship standing after 8 rounds. We've got Marcel Miku still in the lead of the championship, but the lead has been shortened to 24 points after a double victory by Alex Romsix at Red Bull Ring last Friday. So it's all to play for at the top. Mr. Scoot, 80 points behind Marcel Miku, still has the mathematical chance to fight for the title, but surely he will have to go for a double victory tonight to have any chance in the season finale at Catalonia. We also got Leda Petralia, Andrew Tagat, and Michele Carrara relatively close with each other from P5 or P4 down to P6. The gap between the three drivers are 86 points, with Matt Pryor, excuse me, just hanging there because he's joined mid-season and he's missed a lot of rounds. That's why even though he has a higher average points per race than Andrew Tagat and Michele Carrara, he's still behind in the championship standings. We've also got a few newcomers, as you can see at the bottom of the list. We've got Franz Mora from Austria. You've got Andy Park from Chile, Rohan Walsh from Great Britain, and I believe Tom Wood from Great Britain is one of the returning drivers. And he joined really, really late, so he's unfortunately not in the screenshot shown as of yet. There should be 14 drivers tonight, but I think Sarah Klein has not joined the server yet, so currently 13 is about to start qualifying. And joining me tonight is Arthur. Hello, Arthur.
Hello, HC. I'm very excited for today. Fun track, even though I myself am very slow around here usually, but doesn't deter from some great racing.
Oh yeah, I've heard pre-race that I think Leila Petralia, currently fourth in the championship standing, seems to dislike the track quite a lot. And you can see that she is down in seventh place in practice session. We've got Andy Park, actually one of the debutant drivers, leading by 8 tenths of a second on Alex Romsix, who incidentally is faster than Marcel Miku. So the championship gap could be closing, but a lap here is so long that drivers are going to get maximum 3 laps in qualifying, so every lap is going to be extremely important.
Yes, indeed. As here we go now, qualifying officially on its way. I mean, I something about the track. I find the track fun, but this mod as well because this is one of those mods where you can actually drive into the infield, which is always funny to mess around with,
Yeah.
especially after turn 3 on the long straight. If you take the inside track there, you can either drive over the bridge or take the grass as a jump there. So
Yeah, as
Andy Park disconnected from the server though.
that's not ideal for the Chilean driver, who I believe is a Isaac Haja fan, from his personal website. I love drivers that have a
Personal
personal
website
website.
even.
Yes, in his Discord description. I love that. It just adds a bit
That's kind of sick, yeah.
yeah, more flavor and information for us to talk about. As oh my goodness, a lot of road is being used by Alex Romsix on the opening lap, down towards one of the most crucial braking zones on lap one, surely, because turn one is kind of high speed. So the first proper braking zone is down towards well, is it turn five? I think that's it should be turn three, but it's turn five, I guess.
Yeah, some of these corners shouldn't even be corners. I mean, turn 2 is the slightest bend you have ever seen in your entire life.
Yeah.
But I do disagree with you on turn 1 though. It still requires a decent bit of braking, and it's very important there because it is a fast corner, but difficult to explain. You have to brake right on the limit
That,
because
that is
either
true.
you underdrive the corner or you shoot wide. Because usually in the league I drive in, if you go over the curb-esque bit, it's already lap invalidated. So they're lucky they can extend there.
Yeah, and yesterday in the Tatas race, I believe race one, I braked too late into turn one. I almost hit Jack Smith. I had to turn out of the corner. I think it wouldn't caught on the stream because it was already showing the exit of turn one. But that could have been a monumental crash between me and Jack Smith if I didn't avoid him. So turn one can be chaotic, but I think turn five or the third actual corner will be more chaotic than turn one. Drivers are about to start their first flying lap. We've got Rom6 leading the way, and then Mr. Scoot. And which of the drivers is Andrew Tagada, aka Maverick, currently third in the queue, ahead of the championship leader Marcel Miku. And oh, what's happened there? We've
There
had an
was a car in
issue.
the wall.
Yeah, for Mr. Scoot. Well, I have no idea what happened there. He just drove into the wall himself, it looks like. I'm going to quickly go into replays because he's qualifying and it doesn't matter.
I said
Why? Oh
the
my
stream
god.
will be able to see the replays.
Ah, he hit the bump. He hit the infamous Road America bump. Oh, yeah, if you go too close
Yeah,
there, you will
I mean,
dip.
he's lucky that he only hit the wall then there on the right side.
He didn't even hit the wall, I don't think. I mean, he was so close to it. I mean, he did hit it, but I don't
I
think he
mean,
would have any
I,
damage because of it. Because,
I'll
yeah.
quickly have to open the stream and have a look via the clip feature.
That is, I think he touched it, but with 20% damage, I don't think he will have significant issues regarding his car. So yes, that is absolutely hilarious. That one
If
of
only
our
Twitch could be a bit faster on mobile right now. Edit, alright, I want to see what happened for myself.
yeah, one of the championship contenders have well almost hit trouble on well on lap one essentially. I don't even have Alex Romsey's delta. This is really weird because normally you should have a delta of the drivers. But it's refusing to give me any deltas whatsoever. Andrew Taggart has at the moment. So a lot of drivers hitting issue on or even before the first flying lap. Let's still try to focus on from 6 as he would be the first driver to come across the line. Yeah, so Andrew Taggart has backed off. Mr. Scoot also, well, his lap is ruined after the moment, dipping underground, essentially.
Yeah, and I just had a look at the clip. He's very lucky he didn't fall through the map completely there. Because it is scary, especially if you're zoned out for 1 second right there and you're just the slightest bit to the left. It gives you a heart attack. It really wakes you up.
Yeah, that was something else. I've never seen that in my. Well, I've seen it because we had that issue in IndyCar last season, but in actual qualifying session, it's bizarre as Rom6 comes across the line any moment now. The line is actually further forward than I thought, and it sets a 233.7, so 8 tenths away from what Andy Park was able to set in practice session. Marcel Miku goes a full second slower than Alex Rom6. That's not going to be an ideal lap for the championship lead as Twist, aka Tom Wood, on his comeback, goes third for now, ahead of Scoot and Matt Pryor. Oh, Andy Park, after setting purple sector, has parked it. It's an issue for the Chilean. He was top after practice. He's only got 4 minutes to try to set a lap time. This is not ideal for
I
the debutant
wonder
driver.
what's wrong.
Yeah, he just parked there, didn't he?
Is he out of fuel maybe? Or
Nah, surely not. You can't
I
run
mean,
out
I
of
cannot
fuel
really
after
see
lap
steering
one,
wheel
no?
because of my I can't see steering wheel because of my personalized angle, but
No, I can't see steering wheel either. It just doesn't exist.
I mean it has some data, but this data says lap 1. I see a 0 somewhere, I see a 5. Yeah, no, this is very strange.
Oh, a
And
spin
he's just
for
still parked.
yeah, a spin for Franz Mora. Sorry to cut you off there. That's coming out of turn 3, or the second actual turn. Andy Park is still there. He's not teleported to the pits. He's just sitting there lonely as Rom6 sets a yellow sector 1. Marcel Miku actually a green sector 1. So can Marcel Miku try to challenge Rom6? Well, he couldn't set a 233 in practice session. Can Marcel Miku dig something out of his ability to go faster in the qualifying session.
I
So,
wonder when Andy Park will move right now because,
well, his
yeah,
qualifying is finished basically because he doesn't have enough time to do a lap, and he will surely start from P last.
yeah, and Franz Maurer also off right now.
Yeah, he had a spin at turn 3 already. He had further trouble. Rob 6 now, through the final corner, has to wait on throttle. He set a green sector 2, but overall he's still 900s off of his personal best, so he needs a good final sector to improve the benchmark. With Andy Park essentially missing, Rob 6 will be the fastest driver, but he couldn't improve on his second lap. He misses out on improving by 800ths of a second. How about Marcel Miku? As Mr. School goes second, Miku goes third. So there's a car in between Rom6 and Miku for now, and this could be crucial for Rom6's championship hope.
I mean, Miku right now 6.7 tenths behind his championship rival, so he'll have to find that pace somewhere very quickly.
Yes, we've also got Lila Petrali improving up to fourth, just 46 thousandths ahead of Matt Pryor. Twist, I don't think improved on his second attempt, so he has now dropped down to 6 ahead of Michele Carrara. We've also got Evitas Curidadarichas, Luis Rubiales, and Andrew Tagad after, well, missing out on lap 1. He's not done a good lap 2 either. 2:41 is very off the pace. As Mr. School goes wide onto the grass through turn 5 on the exit, but he sets a purple sector 1, even though he went off. That is incredible.
It really is. It's good to see that this corner is also flat out in the MX5s.
True.
Very fun corner, except if you have an understeer car, then you usually end up on the grass there.
Mr. Scoot using all of the track here on the outer edge before the bank turn. Well, it's not bank, but it's such a long
Yeah,
right-hander. It feels
I mean,
forever.
it's called the carousel, but unlike the Nordschleife, it doesn't have that extreme banking. If it had extreme banking downhill, then it would be such a nice corner, I must say. Still is very fun, very tricky as well, but
Let's see, second sector. Oh, he's lost a bit of time. He's 1.5 tenths slower than Rom 6. This will still be a personal best. And Marcel Miku is 2.5 tenths away, I think, or even more away after 2 sectors. I think Rom 6 is safe unless Scoot does the best final sector in his life. I think Rom 6 has backed off because he was quite far away after 2 sectors. Yes, you can see the Hungarian up ahead. Going into the pit, Scoot is off. He's pushed too much. He's tried to get pole and he's looped it. And Marcel Miku.
I mean, Scoot has at least almost found a way to escape into, but also the pit side of him, he's still going to try to cross the finish line.
Miku goes second. That could be so crucial. And Matt Pryor almost takes second. He misses out on second by 1.3 tenths of a second. My goodness, Mr. School should have had second at least, as Andrew Tagaset goes, of course, he goes into P5 on the final attempt. It wouldn't be him if he isn't in P5. We also got Michele Carrara improving his time, but only up to ace, or stays in ace actually. And yeah, Luis Rubiales will be coming across the line, improves by 10, stays 10th. So, final driver coming across the line will be Leila Petralia. And he needs to, or she, sorry, needs to improve by 6 tenths to move up a position. So that's definitely not going to be easy for the Italian driver, as he's much more cautious through the final corner. Unlike Mr. Scoot, who got it all wrong, trying to push for pole. He did have potential pace for pole, but he threw it away, and he's now going to start third behind both of his championship rivals as Leila Petralia goes to 5th. She beats Mr. P5.
I mean, Mr. P5 is still P5 in the championship, so that
True.
might be something he will be able to keep.
Very, very true indeed. Well, that's qualifying finished. And it's a bit of an anticlimax because Romsik sets a 33.7 on the first lap, and he just stayed there. He couldn't even improve on his time. And
Yeah,
yeah, also the fastest driver in practice, Andy Park, has some sort of technical issue, so he couldn't even properly take part in qualifying. Because he did set a purple sector one before parking it, no pun intended, um, on the outside of or before the penultimate corner, which is
I hope.
turn 13. Yeah.
I really hope Andy does more races, and if he has some beautiful defense, we can say he really parked it on the apex. So it's gonna be so overused after a while, but
Yeah. Anyway, we've got basically 2.5 minutes of countdown before race one starts. So both races will be 20 minutes. The first race is decided by the qualifying result. The second race will be, well, the top 10 result of race one reversed. So whoever finishes 10th in race one will start on pole in race two, and vice versa. So as it stands, well, Franz Mora and Lenny Park didn't set a lap time. It looks like we only have 12 drivers tonight. So we're missing Rohan Walsh and Sarah Klein, unfortunately. But yeah, Rom 6, can he win 3 in a row? It's possible. And if he does, the gap at the top between him and Marcel Miku will be even closer, probably the closest since we've had before the start of the season, because Marcel Miku won both of the opening races in the opening round, so he had the championship advantage throughout the season. But Romsix is is putting Marcel Miku under huge pressure recently. Yes, hello again. We've got the I believe Romsik fan in the chat every week. Thank you for tuning in regularly.
yeah, I mean, I was looking at the standings earlier, and it's clear Miku just had that lead at the start, but after that, Romsik's just consistently putting slight bit better results, and then it's really gotten him close. So we might have the season finale on equal points. Probably not. I haven't really done the math, as everybody could see me struggle with math yesterday, but
Oh,
still interesting to think about. Quickly teleport back to the pits. I nearly forgot that.
yes. So the gap is 24 points. Essentially, Romsik had to outscore Miku by 24 points to have an equal point standing going into. Oh, we've got Rohan Walsh joining. I believe that is him, Big Boy Brain, but he's misqualified, so he'll start at the back if he gets on the grid fast enough.
Last to
But
first.
yeah, true. Let's see if he can do that. Well, I should actually go on board with Andy Park. He is at least on the grid, and he was the fastest driver in practice. So who knows? Maybe he can actually do a last to first as the lights are being prepared to come on, and no last to first for Rohan Walsh, that's for sure, because he is out of the server. So we've got the traditional 14 red lights on our screen. When they go out, we'll be racing at Road America for race one tonight. It's a great launch from Andy Park. I can see the mini player, but Marcel Miku gets the good jump. He's already alongside Alec Romsik, and Mr. School getting the best start out of the championship contenders. He is going through the middle. Romsik will defend the inside line. Marcel Miku misses out, and he will drop back to third. Mr. Scoot sweeps around the outside into turn one. He goes very deep, very wide, and he will come back. And Marcel Miku, third into turn one, might take first into turn three. He is going to absolutely stand it into turn three, and Mr. Scoot closes the line. Slight bit of contact between Marcel Miku and Romsik, but they both survive. Andy Park already moving up 4 positions from 12th up to 8th. Goes the Chilean driver, and he is definitely going to challenge the front guys if he can survive turn 5. Mr. Scoot using his straight line speed advantage, and look at Leila Petralia trying to go 3 wide, onto the grass almost, and she is going to try to get involved in this championship battle. Romsik closes the line. very
Oh,
aggressively, and he's been hit. Leila Petrani has hit Rom6, and Rom6 is off into the grass, and Rom6 jumps, and look at all the positions he's lost, and Marcel Miko has also lost out, and they pack down the inside, and he takes P6. We're going almost full of rest, down towards turn 6 and 7. We've got the Leila Petrani and Andrew Taggart fighting for positions, and oh my goodness, spin goes Matt Pryor, spin goes Andy Park, and around also went Marcel Miku. He is down to P8, and both of the championship contenders in absolute drama. And look at Twist up to P2. That was absolutely ridiculous lap one, Arthur.
yes, exactly. I mean, I wanted to make the comment that they were playing ping pong with Marcel Miku out of turn 5 there, but then everything unfolded even more. Um, Turn 1, I fully understand Marcel backing off. If he stayed around the outside there, he would have been pushed all the way onto the grass, and you can extend the corner there pretty wide onto the tarmac. So he nearly had it, but yeah, right now he's paid quite the price of being hit.
It
And the
is. We've
gap's
got
also very big.
yeah, a huge slide from Michele Carrara. So Rom6 has passed Luis Rubiales on the back straight and into Canada corner, or Canadian corner. Well, Carrara had a huge slide, so Rom6 will probably get P5 really soon. And look at Marcel Miku down in P10 behind Matt Pryor. He got involved in the incident at turn 5. He got involved in the incident at turn 7. There was 3 wide into turn 7. That is something you never see in any category. And Mr. Scoot, this is a dream scenario. He is leading. He needs to chase down Rom6 and Marcel Miku. And Rom6 and Marcel Miku are both far behind as Andrew Taggart now challenges Twist down towards turn 1 using the draft in towards the right-hander. And Andrew Taggart actually cuts a lot of the inside curves, so Twist will be able to hand all the way around the outside. And some going side by side will draw Leila Petralia in as Rom6. Oh, 3 wide. Leila Petralia stented and hit his teammate. He's dumped his teammate. She's absolutely punted Andrew Taggart off into the grass.
And the amount of positions Maverick lost there, he's gonna be fuming right now.
That
I mean,
is
I saw that from the
teammates.
chat yesterday that they were really complaining about the grass here, it being with way too less grip. So yeah, that's really not great to then end up all the way deep there.
Yeah, and he's lost basically 5 positions because Andrew Taggart was about to go into P2. He's now down to P7 as Rom6 passes Michele Carrara into turn 5 for P4. But the Italian driver is trying to put pressure on the Hungarian. And down into turn 8, this might be a defensive move that has to be made by Rom6. Carrara braking later around the outside, but he's going to go wide here, and Rom6 will now take P4. Marcel Mico, meanwhile, is still stranded behind Matt Pryor. He's still down in 10th.
It's really not looking good for the championship leader right now. I mean, his current position will guarantee him a front row at the race to reverse grid, but still, it's not where you want to end up. It will still cost him points, and he'll have to definitely recover those points in race 2 later.
Yes, we've got a change for 7th position. That is Andy Park passing Andrew Taggart. And I think Maverick will probably try to bump draft Park. I think he also knows that Park is faster, although Park is actually defending the Canadian corner. But he will be clear into P7, so a good recovery from the Chilean. He was already up to P8 before the contact. After the contact, he dropped all the way back, and he's still up to P7 after starting from P12. Marcel Mico, meanwhile, still cannot get past Matt Pryor. We've got a battle for P2 up ahead.
Yes, I mean, right now, Twist defensive outside, Leila Petralia going down the inside for turn 1. You still have a bit of a run to go, but heavy braking will probably help here, as Twist loses the position as of now, keeps it a bit more closer to the white line, so that gives him a better exit, but still not good enough to get close to Leila Petralia.
Almost a spin for Luis Rubiales. Andy Park has moved up into P6. Now Maverick is getting held up by Rubiales. Yes, as you said, Twist probably doesn't have the pace as Lena Petralia, but well, he'll probably try to stay in third, but that's going to be a tough ask because Romsik is definitely faster than both of them.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing is, it's quite a few long
Ooh,
straights on this track,
trouble for
and
Lena
if
Petralia. She's got
I'll be having a look.
yeah, she's got onto the grass at turn 5 and a lock up from Rubiales, so he has lost P7 to Andrew Tagat. Matt Pryor passes him. Marcel Miku will also try to follow suit, and he does. So at least one position gain for Marcel Miku. Later, Pajali went off. Ew, Twist has absolutely hit her. However, he actually lost out more. Twist missed his braking point into turn 7, or that's turn 8 actually. And he almost drilled the rear end of Leila Petralia, but Leila Petralia with some incredible car control still stays in second, so Romsik gains a free position up to P3, goes the Hungarian driver, and yes, so up into P3 goes Romsik.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's so many long straights on this track, and with these cars where there's not really a lot of slipstream, does make it a bit more difficult to overtake. But Marcel Miko right now, a bit of bump drafting, getting close to Andrew Taggart with Matt Pryor. He's staying behind as of now, but I think he will be able to get 2 positions made in a few laps time.
Well, somebody said he's pulled his Ethernet cord on lap 1. I assume you're Franz Mora, because you're the only driver that's missing after lap 1, as Rom6 actually made the move on later Petralia as I was watching the chat. So up to P2 goes Rom6. This is not good for Mr. Scoot. Well, Leila Petralia is not going to help Rom6. She is going to fight for every position that she can, and she doesn't care one bit about the championship fight. So down into turn 1. On the inside goes Leila Petralia. She makes up the position that she lost in the final sector last lap back. So back up to P2 goes Petralia. Andy Park setting the fastest lap. The Chilean definitely has the pace to go up to P2, but the problem is he has to overtake 4 more cars as Petralia once again going wide on exit on the grass. That will compromise his exit speed. Marcel Miku is still behind Matt Pryor. He cannot get past the British driver.
I mean, it really isn't working well today for Marcel. After those contacts in race 1, I
Lock
think
up.
it really knocked his confidence, but right now he's trying to send it down the inside of Andrew Taggart. Paul loses a bit of traction on the rear tires there, but it looks like he has a move made. Yes, he has. So that's Marcel Miku up to P8 right now. So only Matt Pryor for P7 to go.
True, we've got battles for second now heating up. There was a lockup from Leila Petrala into turn 5 and a huge slide from Twist at turn 8. So this is going to be 5-car battle for second. Leila Petrala, Alec Rom6, Michele Carrera, Twist at Eddie Park. And if they battle too hard, maybe, just maybe, Marcel Miku can still catch the back of this group. Meanwhile, Marcel Miku is trying to bump draft Matt Pryor on the back straight, trying to catch the group ahead. Ooh, who's that going wide? That is
I think that's Andy.
Andy Park. Yes, you're correct.
Well, I mean, I think Miku might be playing the long game right now. 10 minutes left, race is halfway through, so if he is able to bump draft Matt Pryor closer and closer to the pack that's racing all for P2, he might have a shot at gaining quite a few positions, especially
Exactly.
on Rom6, who's stuck there in P3. Mr. Scoot, however, he's very happy with his position right now.
Yeah, he's definitely got the victory in his bags, unless he goes underground again, which I'm pretty sure he's never going to do that same mistake ever again. But yes, so Matt Pryor did qualify P4, if I remember correctly, in qualifying session, so he definitely has the pace to lead Marcel Miku to catch the pack ahead. As Marcel Miku now still tries to bump draft Matt Pryor forward on the front straight. You can see the gap just visibly closing in from P2 all the way down to P8. This could be a 7-car battle for the 2 podium positions. Twist is slightly dropping back from the front 3. And Rom6 doesn't seem to have an answer for Leila Petralia's pace. After slightly going off at turn 3 and locking up at turn 5, Petralia has done the second half of last lap perfectly, but now Rom6 will get the draft again and trying to have a look down towards the heaviest braking zone on the circuit, a downhill braking zone that is very inviting to lock up. Rom6 braces a lot later and misses the corner. He's locked up this time and he's lost 2 positions. Through goes Carrara, through goes Twist. They are 3 wide up towards turn 6. Someone has got to yield. Rom6 on the outside yielded. That's 2 positions lost. That is huge. Great news for Marcel Micou.
Is that
Park.
Andy Park off again?
Yeah.
Rom6 really went way too deep there, and it's giving Leila Petralia room right now to really run away as they're all going too wide nearly into the carousel.
Andy Park
Michele
has
Carrara
centered.
leading there, and Rom6 keeps losing.
Yes, he's lost another position. Andy Park is up to P5. That was Michele Carrara sending it to the inside at turn 8 on Twist. A clean but aggressive send, which put Carrara up into P3. But now Twist is going to try to return the favor down towards the Canadian corner. Is it Canada corner or Canadian corner? It might just be Canada corner. That feels better. Anyway, Michele Carrara on the inside trying to defend the position. The next corner is a right-hander, but Twist using the draft all the way around the outside retakes P3.
They're really going at it today in these MX5s, and as we can see on our screens, Micou and Pryor also getting that slight bit closer each lap after another.
They are here.
I think yeah. Micou, he has a pace, but he's really just using Rom6. What am I saying, Rom6? He's really using Matt Pryor as a tool right now just to get closer. As I think I saw Andy Park lag back a bit there, which is not great, but they're still in the fight.
Considering he's from Chile, it makes sense that connecting to a European server might be a bit of lag. We've had an issue with Bahamondes before, I believe, as well. But yes, Marcel Micou and Matt Pryor are absolutely closing the gap to the front, well, to the third to sixth group. That's wide goes Carrara, wider goes Twist. He's onto the grass. He's definitely going to lose fourth to Andy Park. That was way too wide from the orange car of Twist. And also standing to the inside is Rom6. He is going to take P5. He needs the positions. Marcel Micou is right there behind him as it stands. He's only going to gain about 10 points if something like that. Like, I can't really remember the point from 5th to 8th, but now Twist looking to the inside of Rom6. He's not helping Rom6. Marcel Micou is still bumping Matt Pryor. There's still an alliance, and what a stand from Andy Park, going from outside to inside. That is a fantastic overtake by Andy Park. He takes P3 from Michele Carrara, one of the best overtakes I've seen this season in the MX5 series. And now Rom6 trying to take advantage around the outside, and Twist is falling. Matt Pryor around the outside, Marcel Micou around the outside, and this train provided by Matt Pryor and Marcel Micou is up to 6th and 7th.
I mean, Andy really discovered his pace from practice again, because that was just beautiful. I mean, the way he just sent it up there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, Micou and Pryor also getting ready.
That was full confidence on the brakes, and now Rom6 has a run on Michele Carrara. And don't forget, Andy Park is way faster than the rest of the grid. There's still a chance for him to catch Leila Petrali in the final 2 laps of this race, as Rom6 now pulls out of the slipstream, tries to pass Michele Carrara. Meanwhile, Marcel Micou is still bumping Matt Pryor in the background. Now to the inside goes Rom6 in the black and purple and green car. Can he break later than the Italian? Around the outside goes Carrara, but he's going to lose the edge grip. He's on the grass, still going to go side by side through the penultimate corner. This is going to be dangerous. Somebody has to yield, and Carrara yields. And up into P4 goes Rom6, and now Marcel Micou is firmly in the battle. Surely he can't help Matt Pryor anymore. Pryor actually sent it in the final corner, and he hits Carrara slightly. Little bit of a shoulder bump, and Marcel Micou gets a run, and Marcel Micou can bump Matt Pryor again. They have walked together so well. Incredible.
I mean, exactly incredible. And Andy right now as well, just trying to get that P2 after starting all the way back there on the grid.
Yeah,
It's clear is what he's displayed right now on this debut is just beyond impressive.
there must be a mistake from Leila Petralia. The gap was 2.5 seconds into the final sector last lap. It's now down to 8 tenths of a second. We know Andy Park is fast, but that must be a mistake from Leila Petralia somewhere in the final sector. But now, yeah, the gap is down to 9 tenths. Matt Pryor almost lost it into turn 3. Is Marcel Miko still going to bump him? Yes. They're going to stay allegiance into the final 2 laps. Where can they go, though? Because Romsik is fast, Park is fast, Petralia is fast. And Michele Carrara is just sitting behind. Is he going to attack to try to break the pairing of Matt Pryor and Marcel Miku? Miku is still staying behind, but Michele Carrara tries to break late and almost lost it on the brakes. And wide goes Twist. He spun. He saved it.
I mean, all of these drivers genuinely deserve some sort of participation trophy for this long battle right now. This is what MX5 is all about, a bit of rubbing his racing. And yeah, just a beautiful sight to behold.
Yeah, it was absolutely amazing. I'm going to rewatch what happened on lap 1. What happened on lap 1 was too aggressive. Matt Pryor has lost it, hasn't he?
Yeah, he had a bit of a slight loss to rears there, and that allowed Marcel Miku to move up into P5 right behind his championship rival.
Yeah, I think now Marcel Miku just needs to use his pace on the final laps. There's nobody to help him anymore, unless Matt Pryor can get to his rear bumper and try to bump him forward. The battle for second will be hotting up. Actually, Petralia has done a brilliant job this lap to hold Andy Park at bay. The gap stays at around 6 to 8 tenths of a second, but Andy Park will surely get the chance at an attack on the final lap. Oh, that's dangerous. That's Michele Carrara going for a never opening gap. Because Matt Pryor is always going to, well, he never left the cars with, and Michele Carrara tried to push the door open and he lost it on the grass. So down to P9 goes the Italian driver. Very, very unfortunate there.
I mean, we're all on to the final lap right now, though, so will Marcel Miku gain maybe from a possible mistake that Rom6 is able to make to get even more points on his rival, or will he just take the small loss? I think it will be the latter, but anything can still happen.
Yeah, very weird moment on the main straight there. After he's off, Michele Carrara caught Andrew Takata really fast. And bump dragged it Andrew Tagata, almost as if Andrew Tagata has missed a shift and Andy Park has made a mistake. Somewhere in the first sector, the gap is now up to 1.5 seconds. This is bad news for Marcel Miku, because Romsik is now glued to the rear end of Andy Park. Romsik could be gaining 6 points if he can overtake the Chilean driver.
I mean, Andy, park it on the apex for defense right now if you can, because it might
All
help
the
you gain
way.
some good points with the championship leader. But there goes Rom6 around the outside right now. Andy breaks early. He cedes the position right there. So
What a
Rom6
move!
right now up into P3.
What a move! He cleanly went all the way around the outside of turn 5. That is remarkable confidence under braking. We've seen between when Romsik was battling Petralia how late he was able to brake into turn 5. The one time that he lost 2 positions was because he braked so late, and to avoid Leila Petralia, to avoid hitting Leila Petralia, he had to basically turn out of the corner. And now Carrara and Tagada side by side for P8. We've got Twist now behind Matt Pryor, trying to make up the position on the back straight. Rom6 is only 2 tenths ahead of Andy Park. This could still be a run down towards the Canada corner as Twist has to back off slightly on Matt Pryor. Now, Rom6 defends the inside line. This is absolutely crucial. 6 points. Could be everything that decides the championship this season. Park goes around the outside. If he can hang there, he's going to get the inside line for the penultimate corner. Rom6 has to be careful.
Oh
Park has to be careful. They just about stay side by side. That is brilliant racing. And Park almost lost the car. Mr. Scoot will win. But who's is going to get third? We'll cut to Mr. Scoot after the line. Park gets run out into the grass. Oh my goodness.
Oh, what unfortunate thing there for Andy Park, we might have had another amazing photo finish for the third AC race in a row almost. So,
Well,
wow.
yes, Romsik takes that a little bit of aggressiveness into the final corner, but that is Mr. School trying to do a donut and hitting Leila Petralia. Unfortunately, the NT still hit Marcel Miku trying to do a donut. I don't think doing a donut
Uh,
in the blind pit exit is the best way, Mr. Scoot. Now he's turning the other way. But yes, we've seen no footage of Mr. Scoot after the opening lap. He has absolutely dominated tonight. And where on earth are they going to? They're going to the car park to
to
do
the
the
infield.
donuts. Yeah, very good. So we'll talk about the order later because I am into the replays. I want to see what on earth happened on lap 1. So this is down towards turn 5. Let's go on board with Leila Petralia because she went 3 wide. So basically she was almost on the grass. Romsix didn't leave her any space, but then into the corner she brakes too late and just hits Romsix and also Marcel Miko on the outside. That is a misjudgment on the braking from Leila Petralia. That meant that I mean, Twist got a 5 car up and under. He overtook 5 cars in one corner. That's how he was able to move
That's
up into second. I've
that's
never
just
seen that in my
mental.
life. Yeah, but then he bumped Andrew Tagat a little bit into turn 6. That means Leila Petralia gets around the outside. And what happened here? It's Matt Pryor hitting Andrew Tagat, isn't it? Matt Pryor was on the outside. Oh, no, he got hit actually. That was Andy Park. Did he get hit? I don't think so. So Andy Park sent in there, hit Matt Pryor. Marcel Miko had nowhere to go, and then hit the pair of them. So I believe the blame is probably on Andy Park because he did start the contact. So now, if Marcel Miku chooses to report this incident, he might gain a position, since Andy Park did finish ahead of him.
I mean, we'll see if he takes the penalty or just the report of the penalty for those points, because championship fight is getting close. He'll have to take anything he can realistically.
That is true, but Marcel Miku normally doesn't do reports, so maybe he won't, but this is the moment that Rom 6 lost out. He was trying to chase down Leila Petralia, but his braking them into turn 5 was always later than almost everyone, but this time he just went too deep, and by choosing not to hit the rear end of Leila Petralia, he turned out of the corner and lost a couple of positions. Well, yeah, that was that. Now let's look at the final results. So Mr. Scoot, dominant fashion, wins race 1 ahead of Leila Petralia. Alec Romsix, as it stands, will gain 10 points on Marcel Miku, so the gap at the top of the championship now reduces to 14 points between Marcel Miku and Alec Romsix. We then got Andy Park finishing in P4 ahead of Marcel Miku, Matt Pryor in P6, Twist in P7, Tagat in P8, Carrara and Rubiales are actually, and also Kevin Vicious are the final 3 finishers of the race.
I'm currently predicting Miku to go into the finale with a few more points, but the finale itself will be very interesting around Barcelona.
It definitely will be. As I took a sip of water, that was a chaotic race 1. But yeah, even though Marcel Miku is going to start in front of Rom 16 race 2, but as we saw in race 1, there will be contact in turn 5, there will be contact in turn 7, because if you take the correct line, you can go full throttle in turn 7. But if you're side by side with somebody else, then you have to lift, and the car behind might be taking the correct line, so they may not lift. That's what happened basically in the first race. It's a concertina effect.
Yeah, it's I just love this championship, man. It keeps on being so exciting each race. Yesterday with the Tatus, of course. Today in the MX5s. I can't wait to see what will be done during TCR later.
Yeah, definitely. As we are less than a minute away from the start of race two. I've done 3 laps of practice on TCR. Some of the flat corners in other series is very, very marginally flat in race trim on race field. So that could be very
Heavy
tricky.
cars, man.
Yeah, and
Heavy cars.
yeah, the front grip is just not there. Like the penultimate corner, you have to take the correct line. If you take it slightly wrong, you just have to lift, otherwise you're into the grass.
Yeah.
Anyway, the lights
However,
are coming on for the second time tonight. We have got Luis
Rubiales
Rubiales
kicked.
kicked, so he will not be on pole then, but I can still see his car there, so that might cause a bit of problem. Anyway, we are go, and Rubiales is gone, and Maverick didn't react because he saw a car disappear in front of him. And look at the jump that Matt Pryor gets. The purple car goes in between Michele Carrera and Andrew Tagat. This will be absolutely chaotic down towards turn 5. There's a bit of a lag at the back for Cavitaro Vicious, who is going to into turn 1 at the front. Tagat has the inside line. He has to yield. Matt Pryor takes the lead in towards turn 1. Mr. Scoot has made up a position on Leila Petralia, so up into P7, up into P7 goes Mr. Scoot. He's actually passed Alex Romsix. That is very important in the championship. Now, Mr. Scoot now defends the inside line, trying to fend off Romsix, and now as well as attacking Marcel Miko up in front. So the top 3 in the championship currently sitting 6, 7s, and 8s. They're line astern as Matt Pryor takes the lead. Andrew Tagat in P2. We got Twist and Michele Carrara going side by side. Twist in the orange car trying to bump draft Tagat, but Tagat goes to the inside or to the middle of the corner of the straight. This is going to be really embarrassing or awkward into the braking zone as Andy Park sent it on Twist, and around goes
Oh, we have a
Carrera.
spin!
Around goes Andy Park. So fortunately, Andy Park has spun twice on the opening lap in both races, and sending it to the inside is Leila Petralia. She has taken full advantage and drifting his Twist. Up into third goes Twist. Up into fourth goes Leila Petralia. She got a terrible jump. She was P9 to turn 1. She's already up into P4, Asa.
Yeah, I mean, that was a very ambitious move, and she made it work right now. Also, Mr. Scoot sending it down the inside of Marcel Miku, who will have the inside for the carousel, so that sets him up slightly better. But Romsix also is still there, so the fight just keeps on delivering.
It is, and the top 3 in the championship are still together. We've got Andrew Tagano getting pressurized by Twiz. So Matt Pryor now has a 2.2 second lead. Can he do a Mr. Scoot and try to run away from the rest of the pack? Matt Pryor finished third in one of the races in Okayama. He finished second in Red Bull Ring Race 2. Can he finish first in Road America's Race 1, or Race 2 rather, but Tagat will be chasing him down, and so will the rest of the pack as Marcel Mikum tries to make the position on Leila Petralia. This is going to be awkward. Leila Petralia is not going to back off into the penultimate corner, and she is going to push Marcel Mikum to the edge of the track. And look at the run Mr. Scoot gets, but Mr. Scoot has nowhere to go. He's driven onto the grass. He had absolutely nowhere to go. He's almost spun up to lock, and he's lost the position to Alex Romsix. Matt Pryor has dropped the start.
That's very unfortunate for him. He's at least slowing down into the pits, so that's good. Otherwise, he might get an extra penalty. But that does put Andrew Taggart up into P1 right now, but he's already being pressured by Twiz. Will he make a move down into turn 1? No, he will not. He will stay behind.
Side by side for P3, Marcel Miku goes up and under, trying to get a better run coming out of turn 1 and through turn 2 down towards turn 3. Marcel Miku has the inside line and he brakes later. Leila Petralia sensibly brakes earlier, will get the run on Marcel Miku down this very long straight. So this battle for P3 is not ending anytime soon. That was really clever from Leila Petralia, backing off on corner entry, going for the exit. Twiz is helping Andrew Tagat, I think, to try to run away from the 4 fast drivers behind, but I don't think they can run away at this rate. Andrew Tagat doesn't seem to have the ultimate pace to try to keep ahead as Marcel Miku now very awkward in towards turn 5 again. Leila Petralia goes off slightly, but she'll keep momentum around the outside, and Marcel Miku surely will have to back off before turn 6. He still tried to hand his nose in there, but that could be very dangerous. And the top 6 are separated by a second and a half. Incredible.
incredible indeed. I mean, it's very nice to see those six
Sand.
cars just slithering like a snake there as Petralia goes very wide onto the grass even. Still back to the track.
Yes, there was a stand by Mr. Scoot, and he scared Alex Romsix off. And Romsix now dropping down to P6, and Mr. Scoot up into P5, now chasing down the championship leader Marcel Miku. And Scoot is definitely not going to bump draft Marcel Miku. He wants blood, he wants the position, and can he get it through this very fast right-hander? They make contact, and Marcel Miku is on the grass, and Marcel Miku saved it. What a save! What a save! How has he
Flashing
saved?
his headlights, putting his hazards on all within due manner because what a drift. Just did he even hit the wall?
3 wide for
I
the
don't
lead.
think so.
Into the phenomenal lead. I don't think he did. The phenomenal corner. Sorry, I'm losing my words. I'm in awe. I'm in absolutely shock over Marcel Miku's save. Mr. Scoot is a man on a mission. He needs a double victory to try to have any chance at the title in Catalonia, and he's absolutely doing it on his home ground. Don't forget, he is an American driver. This is Road America. This is where Mr. Scoot shines. Now he is on the rear bumper of Andrew Tagar, who lost out in the 3-wide battle of the lead. So Leila Petralia now into the lead. Twist side by side with Andrew Tagar. Mr. Scoot will surely try to overtake 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 of them into turn 5. And he's actually going into turn 1. That's aggressive.
Whoop.
That's way too
That
aggressive.
was, yeah, a bit too overly ambitious.
And Maverick.
Oh, as
That's
Petralia just. Oh
Maverick.
no, I'm sorry, not Petralia. Maverick just
That's an unsafe rejoin.
barges his way back to the track.
Yeah, that's an unsafe rejoin from Andrew Tagat, and he hits Twist. Actually, he came off wall, so maybe it's still fine, but this has given Leila Petralia a 3-second advantage. On lap 1, we thought Matt Pryor might be running away. On lap 2, we thought Andrew Tagat could still have a chance at victory. On lap 3, it's now Leila Petralia leading the way, with everybody, including all 3 championship contenders, fighting extremely hard behind them. Now Marcel Miku will go to the inside on turn 5 on Mr. Scoot. Scoot gets pushed into the grass. They are not leaving any quarters, they're not leaving any room. This is for all the marbles.
I mean, I really hope we keep getting these plot twists lap after lap after lap because it keeps this race so exciting, really. I mean, Mr. Scooter right now just on Miku's rear end, sends it down the inside beautifully, keeps the car on track, giving Miku just the right amount of space, but Miku inside for the carousel, which gives him his position back, but I really hope we will see this continue for the next 30 minutes and especially onto the start-finish straight onto the final lap.
Oh, absolutely. And look at Marcel Miku defending the inside line. He doesn't want to be on the outside this time through this fast right-hander. He doesn't want to be pushed into the wall again like he got last lap by Mr. Scoot. And look at who's is behind the 3 championship rivals. It's Andy Park, the fastest driver in the server. He is going to try to harass all of these drivers fighting for the championship. Mr. Scoot fakes the inside, couldn't make the move. Andy Park does make the move on Rom6. If I am Rom6, I would back off because Park is faster. He doesn't want to cost himself time fighting with Park. He needs Park to also overtake the 2 drivers ahead to take points away from Mr. Scoot and from Marcel Miku. As Marcel Miku goes wide into the final corner, this is a brilliant run by Mr. Scoot. He's too close to get the slipstream because he's already got an overlap, and this means they're going to go side by side on the main straight.
These drivers, man. I would dare to have the things they do. I usually just try to back off and wait for the others to make a mistake. These guys are going wheel to wheel every corner almost.
They are.
I do not know how they manage that mentally.
They absolutely are, and Mr. Scoot has passed Marcel Miku into turn 1, but Miku, like Leila Petralia did a couple of laps ago, backs off on the entry and trying to get a better exit. Now Miku will get the run on this long straight behind Mr. Scoot. Will he bump draft Mr. Scoot? Surely not, right? Surely he's going to go for the move here. No, he's bump drafting Mr. Scoot. They want a win. I mean, it also makes sense because Mr. Scoot is the less of the danger to Marcel Miku. Even after winning race 1, Mr. Scoot still trails Marcel Miku by 50-ish points. Alex Romsik is the bigger danger. So if Marcel Amico can walk together with Mr. Scoot, they are pulling away from Romsik, but Mr. Scoot goes wide into the grass. And look at Andy Park. He is absolutely flying. The Chilean is on the rear bumper of the championship leader. He's going to the inside into turn 8. Marcel Miku tries to close the door, but that was too late. He's going to try to head around the outside through carousel. Oh, he gets his suspension almost jumped on the astral turf or whatever that grey bit is on the invincible curb, you could say, but that was awkward for Marcel Miku. And now he's trying to defend Andy Park. This is helping Mr. Scoot to run away. This is also helping Alex Romsey to try to close the gap again.
I mean, Miku, he really wanted to stay close to Scoot to use him, but it's clear Rom6 is using Andy to fight Miku, and the fight Miku Andy does around the outside. He goes right now into Canada corner. He goes very wide there, so Miku still maintains his position, but that got very close there.
Yeah, I believe Romsey gave Andy Park a bump draft on that back straight, and then because Park was so close to Miku, Park also bumped into Miku. That could have been. Scoot has. What a save again! But now Scoot has lost all the momentum on this main straight. Surely Marcel Miku is not bump drafting him, he's still helping Mr. Scoot. I wouldn't be bump drafting him, I would be pulling into the middle and going 3 wide, because look at all the momentum Marcel Miku has lost due to the bump draft because of the speed difference. Marcel Miku actually slowed himself down ever so slightly, and Rom6 now has a direct opportunity to attack his main championship rival Marcel Miku. The gap into this race was 14 points, and as it stands, it would be, I think, 16. I think 5th and 6th are only separate by 2 points, but don't quote me.
Minutes left in this race, man. Rom6 right now on the rear of Marcel. Miku is going to try and send it around the outside. Miku getting very close to send it down the inside of Andy Park. He doesn't, which allows Rom6 to carry through a bit more speed.
He's done it again.
That's Miku up into P6 right now.
Yeah, Rom6 has done it again. Cleanly around the outside of turn 5. The amount of braking he can carry on the outside curve and to turn into the corner precisely to the point that he gave the inside car enough room and also stayed himself on track is remarkable. Marcel Miku brake too late. He's made an error on the braking. He almost hit the rear of Rom6. He had to turn right, and in turning right to avoid Rom6, he turned himself onto the grass, and he's lost all the momentum, all the speed. The championship gap, as it stands, well, down to 12, maybe 10 points. We'll have to check after the race.
Miku is really not having his best race today. He will have to perform next week, and not even a little bit. He will have to perform his utter best. Otherwise, yeah, it's bye-bye championship. You will still maintain the lead as it stands, but a 1.8 second gap right now, it's not doing him any favors.
No. And Andy Park has looked to the inside in the final corner, but he couldn't do it. Excuse me, as Mr. Scoot now also chasing down Twist. So this is crucial. Leila Petralia's best friend is now Twist. However long Twist can hold up these extremely fast drivers, it will buy Leila Petralia time at the front of the pack. Andy Park sets the fastest lap of the race like he did in race 1. He needs to work together with Mr. Scoot to clear Twist first, and then maybe try to battle with Scoot. If they can't get to Leila Petralia, wide goes Rom6 into turn 1, wide goes Marcel Miku into turn 1. Marcel Miku has lost a lot of time and hit. Mr. Scoot has hit Twist in towards turn 3. That was a push to pass almost. He bumped Twist out of the way. I caught the rear end of it. I didn't see what happened before the corner, but that was a bit aggressive from Mr. Scoot. Maybe he was caught out by Twist's early braking, but that meant he also got a terrible run coming out of turn 3. So Andy Park in the white and green car to the inside of Mr. Scoot, and he will not take P5. Scoot goes deep, 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 wide. He will take P2. Andy Park takes P2. Romsey gets around. Romsey gets around, and he passes Mr. Scoot. Well, as it stands, the gap at the top of the championship is 2 points.
My God, it's really gonna be a winner takes it all situation next week, and I'm here for it, really.
It might be up to 8 again if Mr. Scoot retakes P3 away from Rom6. The gap was left this time from Mr. Scoot, but he's going to try to squeeze there. Rom6 will try to squeeze Mr. Scoot. This is tight, extremely tight. They make contact, slight contact. Scoot tries to squeeze. Rom6 give him the shoulder bump back, and Twist is having the VIP seat of his life, trying to watch 2 of the championship contenders fight for absolutely everything down the back straight towards Canada corner. Mr. Scoot edging ahead. Rom6 now under attack from Twist. Twist gets closed by Mr. Scoot. Scoot doesn't want to leave the gap on the outside. He will try to break on the racing line, try to get the arc. And Rom6 goes to the inside. Block pass. He's gone wide. Scoot has got the cutback. Twist is still there. Rom6 will have the inside line to the penultimate corner. Scoot will try to close the door. He can't. They go side by side. They almost go 3 wide into the final corner. I'm losing my voice, Arthur.
At what point do they just kill each other and give Miku some valuable points? I mean, they're NASCARing it times 100 almost in these MX5s. We're gonna see it right now into turn 1. We're gonna see them make a bit of door-to-door contact. They're bump drafting right now, getting a bit of a gap from the car behind. I can see Mr. Scoot flash his headlights.
To show appreciation.
Is Rom6 gonna send it? He isn't.
No, Rom6 is walking with Mr. Scoot. They want to run away from Marcel Miku. They want to both take points away from Marcel Miku. As it stands, there will be an 8-point gap between Rom6 and Miku, but also Mr. Scoot will be gaining points, so they are probably happy and content with the current positions. They don't want to fight each other and let Marcel Miku catch up. And Marcel Miku, as it stands, is looking at a P5 and P6 finish at Road America, which is one of his worst if you exclude the power outage in the middle of the season. Andy Park, surely he's going to win this race. Leila Petralia is an aggressive defender though. Mr. Scoot could still win this if Andy Park gets involved in an incident with Leila Petralia.
Yeah, I mean, either way, depends on if Maverick wants to report his teammate after the race, after that contact near lap 1 or lap 2, so
I don't think
that also still plays a factor. I don't think he will,
no.
indeed, but
I don't think I've seen Maverick fire a report in about 10 years, so I don't think so.
I mean, one can only imagine, It would maybe spice up the championship though, but Andy Park, penultimate lap right now. After this, there's still one more lap for him to try and make it work. A win on his first round here in the MX5s in Tata. What am I saying in Tatas? In Phoenix Sim Sports. So,
yeah,
what do you have in store for us?
We're on lap 7 of 8. Andy Park was 1.6 seconds faster than Leila Petralia on lap 5, and he was 1.7 seconds faster last lap on lap 6. This lap he's not closed the gap as much as the previous 2 laps, but still he is within attacking range in towards the final lap. The gap is 7/10 of a second into the final corner. Mr. Scoot is pulling away ever so slightly on Rom6. The gap is 6/10 of a second between 3rd and 4th, now up to 7/10 as Mr. Scoot pushes flat out almost into the final corner. Yeah, Mr. Scoot got a perfect final corner. The gap is up to 9/10 of a second. Surely Mr. Scoot has 3rd in the bag. Now he needs Andy Park to fight with Leila Petralia. Andy Park sets the fastest lap. Mr. Scoot sets the fastest lap. Incredible driving from all of these 9 drivers remaining in the lobby. But can Leila Petralia hang on? The gap is a 1.0 second into turn 1. Andy Park using all of the road and a bit more. but he actually loses a bit of time in turn 1. The gap up to 1.1 seconds. Leila Petralia is absolutely pushing to the limit, and she's almost pushed outside of the limit. A bit of a slide in the middle of turn 3. The gap's all still just above 1 second. It will probably go under because Leila Petralia got a pole run coming out of turn 3, but turn 5 is ticked off. Andy Park is not close enough into the best overtaking spot on this circuit. So the next
I
really overtaking spot is turn 12, and off! They're both off!
yeah, I don't think we'll see much more right now, but
Well, it's
either
closing.
way,
It's closing. It's down to 6 tenths again.
yeah,
Leila Petralia went off at turn 5 on the exit. And look at Andy Park using all of the road available to him. He is absolutely chasing Leila Petralia down through the the middle sector corners. And the gap is now 5 tenths as they enter carousel. This is definitely not over. What's not over also is the battle for 6th or 5th, I beg your pardon. Marcel Miku is trying to close the gap to Twist, trying to get 2 more points for his troubles tonight. 5.5 tenths, surely that's too far for Andy Park, but we saw both of them running wide at turn 5. It's still very easy to make the mistake down towards Canada corner. The gap is 4 tenths. Can Leila Petralia hold on?
it's gonna be very difficult, but one mistake is all it takes, especially into the last corner. If the pressure gets Petralia there, then Park might have a case for himself, but Cap's down to second right now. I don't see it happening.
That has to be one of the best final laps Leila Petralia has ever driven. She was under huge pressure, but she delivered. If she can hit the apex in the final corner, she slides out of the final corner, and Leila Petralia will take victory in race 2 here in Road America. That will be her 3rd win of the season. Surely she will solidify her 4th place in the championship. Leila Petralia absolutely delighted. And Marcel Miku a 5th and a 6th. And the championship gap, I believe, is down to 8 points between Marcel Miku and Alex Romsix.
It's gonna be a winner takes it all next week, and that will be very exciting. But also Andy Park, P2 on his debut, very great to see.
Absolutely. He has shown incredible pace. I'm into the replays. I'm going to look at what happened down in towards turn 5. I think it was Andrew Tagat having... it was Michele Carrara lost it on the curb. So Carrara was already spinning before Tagat hit him. And then, because the Carrara spun towards the inside, and then Andy Park was on the inside, so he also got involved. And that was another incredible recovery drive from Andy Park because he was down to basically P